Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Armchair Gaming. I am your host, the Unbearable Gamer, and you are an exciting person who is excited to be here today because today is the last episode of Armchair Gaming Visits No Man's Sky. It's been a 4-part series for us, which is awesome. We're going to dive in very shortly, keep this intro brief so we can get a lot of stuff crammed in today. We're going to talk a little bit more about metaphysical nihilism as well as, I guess, existential nihilism, but we're also going to start talking about theology because we are at that point in the game where we get to explore the cosmos. Kapow! I mean, we have been a little bit. We've been flying interplanetary, but we're going to be able to warp between star systems now, which is exciting. And on that note, let's dive right into the game itself, actually. Rather than looking at my ugly mug, you know, we may as well check that stuff out. So as you can see here, this is us. We're at our local system at Lakinia. It is currently 0 LY away, which presumably means 0 light years away. Boom. As you can see, there's a galaxy or another star system for us right there. So we have options. We can follow a path to the galactic core. We can free explore. Custom waypoint. No waypoint set. No black hole found. No Atlas station found. So we're looking for Atlas stations. That's the next thing here because that's how we interact with no economy scanner installed. Neat. I'm at my current destination, past the Galactic Center. So this is our current. We're going to be going to the Galactic Center. We're hopefully going to get beaten off this path shortly, and sent to. That's out of jump range. So boom. This is where we're going. We're going to Lutorab-Gesk. Boom. Probably could have scanned it for discovery, but I can't just jump, but whatever. So this path is one of the stories. On our first episode, we talked about existentialism and how you're free to make your own decisions. The game does provide you with different story modes to follow if you so choose, so you can have like an ending to the game if you want to, and you can play after the ending. And one of them is to reach the galactic core. Full disclosure, I haven't reached the galactic core like in any gameplay that I've had, so I have no idea what it looks like. Oh, neat. That's a fun little space station. I like it. It's like a ball with spikes. So let's give it a scan. Anything fun or exciting? Nope. Alright, so what does it want? Oh, did find stuff. Find it serious. I can check the hyperdrive. Settle some business in which I am not wanted. Search for clues. A strange signal appears to be broadcasting from an outpost in the system. Cool. So, anomalous subspace signal detected. What does that mean? Ah, it doesn't matter. Oh, actually. So that's coming from the space station. Yeah. Planetary outpost. Okay. So, we're not going to the space station, we're going to the planetary outpost, which is that planet over there. So we're going to scooch around the space station, line ourselves up. I think we got lots of jump jet fuel. I'm entirely unsure, though. What is it looking like? I was wrong. Not a terrible amount, but we can have more. There we go. Cool. So... Cool. So we're gonna zoom our way over there. Problem solved. So this episode, we'll wrap up the series. We're gonna find the gosh darn ding dang Atlas stones so we can talk about theology and we can talk about that. But it makes the story more compelling. Makes it easier to describe. Anyways, so now we're just gonna be hanging out. We'll talk a little bit more about, I guess, existential nihilism, which is, you know. There's like existential nihilism is what most people think when they think nihilism, right? Nothing has any meaning whatsoever, which is different from existentialism, which posits that there is meaning, but the meaning is self. Like you are forced to find your own meaning because the meaning is intrinsically of your own value. Existential nihilism will tell you that there's no value to anything at all. I think I mentioned last episode talking about me-seeks who see life as pain. People equate that to nihilism, and I'm not. I still don't buy it. But again, Morty has that talk where he's telling Summer that like you have no meaning, like nobody has meaning, we're all gonna die, like life has no meaning. That is existential nihilism at its finest. He just sums it up so brutally. There's no purpose, there's no meaning, we're all gonna die. Yeah, ouch. That's painful. I should look up the actual code because I know I'm butchering the shit out of it. And I apologize for my language, but like that's me doing real bad. So we're going to visit this outpost. We're going to continue to be guided towards the center of the galaxy until we get thrown off by the Atlas Stones. And I may have to cut out a big chunk of play as I go to the Atlas Stones, because they may be a little further away than I think they are. But I feel like we're relatively close. In the last episode, I got my first warp. I got my warp drive. Whoops, it's too close. I got my first warp drive. Encountered a haunted planet or a haunted space station that, that told me that I would find them when I was ready. When the time is right, I would find them. That's what they said. Exactly what they said. So we're on the hunt, which means they must be close. But we're not there in about 10 minutes. Pause the recorder. We'll come back. We'll figure it out. We're gonna do it. Hi, friend. How you doing? Even if it's, I'm not even gonna bother. Korvax seems absorbed in a complex puzzle. I see some sorting codes, layering images, deciphering ancient ruins. The symbols are reminiscent of those I've seen on the monoliths that scatter the galaxy. Give assistance. The Korvax, what I've learned, but they claimed. Already tested such theories without success. I'm sorry. I was trying to be helpful. This is where the signal was, right? Oh, it's you. Hi, friend. Look at you hanging out on your chair in the bitter cold. Likelihood of traveler anomaly now beyond 2 standard deviations. Suggest further aid. Blueprint offered. Unlike other life forms I've met so far, this one speaks in a language I understand, and yet I can't comprehend their meaning. They speak as if they do not know what they are saying, as if their mind is not their own. The alien offers me a blueprint, means to construct my own antimatter. Oh, wicked. Take blueprint, thank you. Take the antimatter blueprint. Whoever is leaving this trail has some design, but what it is I cannot fathom. There's nothing to do but continue to follow. Cool, there we go. Electron vapor, iridium insect. I don't remember how I make electron vapor, or how I acquire it. Take antimatter. First make electron vapor. Very cool. Can I buy suspension fluid here? I feel like I should be allowed to. This is a galactic terminal. So we're being guided as we're playing through the story itself, right? So we're following what the game wants us to do vis-a-vis a story. Why don't you have suspension fluid here? That seems stupid. They really, really want me to go to outer space. Fine. We'll go to frickin' outer space. It's a cold planet. I quite like the aesthetics of it. I like icy planets, personally. There's probably a reason why I don't think I'd ever leave Canada. I just love access to winter all the time. I wish it were winter longer. Very controversial opinion, I know. A lot of people here in Canada's national capital will be like, you're an idiot and I hate your face. But I just really enjoy it. I love the winter. Great. So we're gonna go off-world to the space station, which is there. Rather than like following the planet on a straight line, we'll go up out of the atmosphere so we can go faster. Then we'll tilt ourselves down. We line up right there. Boom. And then we're gonna jump jet. Jump drive, I should say. Really? There we go. Awesome. Set the course. Oh god. There we go. Line it up. Line it up. Nice and stable. So close. Yeah. So that really sums up, like, in this game, there's not a lot of nihilism presented. I felt it feels like significantly more. But the more I look at it, the more I realize that I'm incorrect. This game doesn't really suggest too much in the way of nihilism. It does really present, oh boy, moral nihilism very well, but that's about it. No other nihilism is very well presented in this game. And that may be like a problem of games themselves that don't inherently like try to address nihilism. That might be just a mechanism I have to look for. Yes, I know there's going to get spaceship. We're gonna be fine. Nobody's gonna get hurt. We're gonna go into this weird blue glowy stuff. Boom. Yeah. So we're gonna press on. I got a few minutes left before I just say screw it and pause the recorder so I can zoom ahead and get that stupid Atlas Stones. Stupid Atlas Stones. Ooh, look at that. That's a fun looking spaceship. I like your ship mod too. I mean, actually, I take it back. It looks like a squid. I know an octopus. No, a squid. It looks like a squid. That's what your head's got. It's a sharp ship. We're gonna keep Ramamama. Keep Ramamama STCs going for a while. So we're gonna go buy some suspension fluid. Hi, friends. More aliens in here. Maybe there's gonna be more than one species. I might luck out. Nope. All one species. Hey, friend. You speak? Can I speak to you? I speak to you. Divergent entity. Don't know what he's saying. The electronic life form looks up at me with interest. Their facial lights constrict as they stare deep into my visor. I can't help but feel like countless analysts are recording and studying every move I make. I'm gonna leave because I got nothing off here. Bye, Corvax. Fucking weirdos. Pardon my language again. I didn't mean for that to slip out. They weirded me out. Yes, yes, yes. Drifter, visitor, incomprehensible, moneymaker, unknown, unknown, hopeful, stargazer, amateur. Nice. Alright, let's buy from the Black and Trade Network. Neural duct. I don't know what those are. Suspension fluid. Alright, let's buy one. Perfect. Yep. Alrighty. Can I craft electron vapor? I can. Suspension fluid of plutonium. Nice. Okay. Antimatter. I just need iridium. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go back to planet. We're gonna pick up some iridium. No, that's the wrong card. Hey, friend. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to pause the recording because coming up on 12 minutes and we haven't done any work on theology, and I really don't want to talk about the Atlas guys. So I'm going to pause the recording here. We're going to come back to it. I'm going to have that all set up and move your uncle and Bob your uncle. So hang out. Things will be different when I get back, I promise. We're going to have some exciting stuff. Nice to meet you. Okay, good physics. So yeah, when I come back, we will be hanging on the doorstep of an Atlas stone. So hang tight, and I'll be right back, everybody. And we're back, everybody. Oh, that was ugly. I'm really glad I paused that stuff, because I was a lot farther away than I thought it was. Just thought again. We're actually about to hit the destination that is required. No. What is that? What do I do? Cool, I got it. You are not alone. Please identify yourself. I'm identify myself. This seems like fun. You left me. Why did you? What? Of course you say that. Of course you. Just like the others. Who am I speaking to? There is no reply. Communication falls on. Go to the channel. Maybe they're dead. That's exciting. There's another adventure to go on, but. Recharge our warp cell. We're gonna go visit the Atlas Stone. We're gonna visit the first Atlas, make some contact, and then we'll be wrapping this up. Oh, I'm so excited for this. This has been, like, so very frustrating. Atlas Station. There we go. So we're warping to where an Atlas Station will be. And you're probably saying to yourself, Sheldon, why all this work? So, the Atlas Stations contain entities that feel as if they transcend space and time themselves. On my last play of this, like a year and a half ago, it felt very much so like they were kind of, if not universal gods, they were localized gods. They were the closest thing to a god that you could have in the Euclid star system, I would argue. So we're going to go interact with these guys and talk about theology. Now, theology, as I would argue 99% of you are aware, is it's the study of, some people think it's study of religion, but it's really the study of the existence of God, or gods, varying. You got a lot of choices, depending on how you want to talk about it. Like all, I suppose, like I shouldn't say God or God, I should say, you have to worship a God, a theist or polytheist or monotheist. So essentially, theology deals with the exploration and understanding of deities that either exist in our world or exist in different dimensions capable of developing our world. Now, monotheism or monotheology deals with the principle of that there's one god, and that's specifically depending on who you talk to or who you interact with, that god is the creator, or a creator. Learn a new word. No? No new words? Fine. So we're gonna pop all these bubbles, we're gonna talk to this guy. So, in my interpretation of this game, the Atlas Stones present a unique way to approach theology. They kind of form you into a pseudo-disciple who traverses space and time. Okay, maybe they changed this. I no longer learn words from popping over those bubbles. We'll find out. As you traverse space... Oh, there we go. I guess maybe it has to be specific levels still. Whatever. You interact with these guys, and they send you on a journey. And as you explore the world through them, you discover relics of theirs. Gajam Singularity. And these guys talk to you directly. Oh, they no longer talk to you directly. I don't know what that means. Oh, yeah, those calls me to some space. Its purpose remains unclear. It demands worship. It demands obedience. It welcomes me. It knows that I am what I am. It offers a gift of true understanding. Boom. So, they obviously are not benevolent, as I'm sure you've just noticed. Demands worship, demands obedience. They're not looking for that. So these guys are designed to represent some kind of deity, and whether that deification is external or internal is probably up to interpretation a little bit, I would argue. Deification being like turning something into a god, like intellectually. Like, I'm probably gonna play Destiny 2, let's be real here. Destiny 2, the Fallen worship servitors like gods. They deify these beings. Yeah, absolutely. I'll accept this path. Yeah, sure, why not? So, yeah, I'm glad I waited so you guys could check these out. So, in exchange for my obedience and worshipping them, they offer me true understanding. Which, when we look at, like, modern... We're gonna rope religion in really quick to wrap this episode up. When we look at modern religion, one of the things we see most commonly is, you follow our path, we will give you the gifts of understanding and the gifts of knowing things, typically what lies beyond. Religions tend to try to answer all the philosophical questions and then tell you when you die, this is what happens. They all do it in different ways, and the monotheistic and polytheistic ones all have deities that you worship. Depending on how crazy religious you are, it varies. But yeah, I'm glad we got to see these guys finally. It took me 4 episodes, and I had to, like, cut one out real long. I played, like, 45 minutes before I found these guys. I'm so glad I paused it. Like, oh, I guess I'm doing another episode. But that will do it for this episode, and that will do it for No Man's Sky. If you want to keep checking it out, you want to see what, like, the rest of the game looks like, if you haven't already, my personal YouTube channel, Unbearable Gamer, should be kicking up. I'm hoping to do 2 episodes a day, 7 days a week. I'll be playing this guy and Paper Mario, the original one. But that's it for the self-plug. Don't forget to check out the Scholarly Gamers website for all kinds of wicked information, awesome articles and reviews and videos and things like that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I look forward to hanging out with you guys in the next series, which, again, fingers crossed, gonna have a special guest who you're all going to love, I promise. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you all have an amazing day ahead of you after you watch this video, and I hope that you guys all take care, and I hope to see every one of you on the next video. Bye for now.